Where somebody could feel like you're either not paying attention, you're going to forget something, or it's like something is not going to get completed. Somebody could be doubting you for whatever reason. It seems like you're able to meet your basic needs. Something about you eating could be important. Maybe you're going to eat a little bit healthier, or something about the way that you eat. It's like, I felt a little sick, or something may throw you off when it comes to something that you ate. Overall, it seems like you're able to sustain. You're able to get everything that you need. And at this point in time, it seems like you're trying to make sure that you have some type of chemistry and or bond with other people that's around you. But maybe you feel like there's some type of murky situation, or things are not very much clear as it should be when it comes to a situation. If you had a question about if somebody's being intimate with someone that they already had a cycle with, the answer is yes, they are. You also could feel like, okay, well, somebody's giving you the basic bare minimum when it comes to a situation and you're ready to move on. It's like, okay, well, they want to have a relationship with you from time to time, but yes, but when they get in their emotions or whenever there's some type of situation go on, they either have somebody else or they completely push you to the side. And it feels like they give you a cycle of yes whenever they feel like, okay, they want to impress you or they want to impress somebody else. So they'll just give you what you want. So that way you can like, okay, well, you're satisfied and they can go spend time with somebody else. You also could be either reading more. Something about a book could be important. Maybe you're learning, you're in school, or there's some type of details that you're about to come, that's about to come to light. About some type of door, about how something happened and or some type of time. And maybe something's like, okay, well, I've just been waiting. I've been patient. You seem like you've been in your own energy. You feel like something is a cycle, but overall, you still been getting what you want. Somebody's been tempted. Somebody has been playing some type of game. And they've been trying to slick talk someone in the process. So, but there's going to be some type of letter. And it's like some type of message communication. And it's like, okay, well, this is not going to help me grow. Or this is not really going to get me where I want to go. Okay, there could be some type of checkup that you're going towards, or somebody's like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep my eye on you to see if you need something when it comes to a situation. Even it's like, okay, well, yeah, there was some type of issue when it comes to my body, but I'm able to get over it, or something is okay. I'm just being patient throughout the day. You also could see the details about what somebody's doing behind closed doors, or there could be something that you want the details of when it comes to it. You may end up sleeping with somebody, and or it's like, I don't know, maybe there's a kid coming and getting in your bed at nighttime. Something like that could be important. All right, I was going over time limit for y'all. Somebody's intentionally trying to make you wait when it comes to a situation. Something about the pool could be important, whether you're going to the pool, you're around water, and or like a pool table. Somebody also could be like a pool, like, oh, let's put our money into something and see if we can get money out of it. There could be some type of a rabbit that's around you, and or somebody has too much concern with sexual matters, and they want you to look at them, and or they just want your attention. Or somebody's like, oh, I like the way that you look at me, and they're trying to be seductive when it comes to you. Be careful when it comes to this karmic Aquarius that's around. There also could be a Cancer around, or they're coming towards you in Cancer season. You could be having a busy week ahead, okay? Trust your intuition, okay? You could either have some type of psychic ability, or you're getting a personal reading. Somebody may be closed, and or you could be shutting something down. There's somebody around you that's defensive. This could be someone within the friend group, and or they feel like this about you. Your default thinking that it's somebody particular and or something that's happening particular is not. You need to let that go. Something about a groom could be important. Maybe somebody's buying like a tuxedo or buying stuff for a wedding, or it's like, okay, well, we've talked about a situation, so something that's just pending at this point in time. You also could be abstaining if you're single. You could have watched The Lion King recently, and or somebody wants you to run away and never return. Fuck them. Scorpio, you could feel like something is all out of order, or maybe it's like you keep going somewhere. It's like, dang, okay, I can't get it out of this machine. I can't do something this way. I can't do something that way. Or maybe this is like an ATM. Maybe somebody is in court. It's like, okay, somebody's out of order when it comes to the way that they're handling the situation. What's going on for Scorpio? Okay, so it seems like you're realizing that you've been confused and or been told some type of story about what's going on when it comes to an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But at the same time, you're still trying to make sure that shit is sweet. You're trying to make sure that there's some type of positive change that's coming. Expect to hear some type of message, and this may kind of get your heart in a frenzy because maybe you're not sure what the resolution is and or how you can protect the situation. Maybe you feel like this air sign needs some type of resource at this point in time. And it's like, okay, well, yes, they have some type of beautiful life or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, there's something about their dynamic that they need some type of codependency on, or they need somebody to help them. They're actually going to get some type of sweet treat or do something that's desirable that's going to help them bounce back. Okay, so they're going to realize that life can't keep them down. They just have to be cautious when it comes to not overworking themselves from time to time. Also, know that you can be careful when it comes to your health. You are going to be able to bounce back. Something about springtime could be important. What did I just hear? You could be paranoid about something that's like, did I just hear my door? Did I just hear something? The time could be important. I don't think that was my door because my Ring camera would have. So you could be looking at your Ring camera for something. You also may need to go watch an old video. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Taurus, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Leo, or a Virgo. Something about this reading could be important. You also feel like you need some type of resource for yourself. It's like you want to make yourself, your appearance change different, or there's something about you want to do for yourself. It's like, oh, okay, well, if I had money to get a trainer, if I had money to go get my hair done the way I want to, if I had money for something, but you feel like there's somebody around you that's needy. So it's like, okay, you can treat yourself, but it has to be for things that's small at this point in time, based off of a relationship or somebody that's around you that you feel like is confused. Okay, what else? So there is somebody that's coming towards you to either show off and or that's going to be a slick talker. Okay, know that somebody has some type of desire to navigate a hard situation, and or they have some type of creative energy, so they will communicate. And it seems like the answer is yes. But they feel like there's some type of clear thinking that's needed. They feel like there's somebody around that's weak in the knees and or trying to smooth sailing a situation. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I know this person wants me to be sure and foolish, but there's too many red flags. There's too many hoes or whatever that they communicate with. So, yeah, some intimacy could be there, but when it comes to being confusion, I'm very happy when it comes to what I'm doing and or how I create a boundary. You're going to realize that somebody was actually bouncing back the entire time. Or you were. They're going to realize this about you. All right, what else is going on for Scorpio? Last message. Okay, so you could be isolating right now. You could be feeling a little alone. And this is going to be changing in Leo season. Okay, so know that you'll find your fire. You'll find your creativity. Maybe it's like, okay, well, you just want to make sure whatever it is you're trying to grow is not going to end in something feeling like it's a fraud. It's like, oh, I have this business, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for me to be able to get my own mortgage. Or this is something that I can identify that I do. It's something that you're questioning when it comes to yourself or your situation. If this is not you, this is a Leo. Okay, and they may feel like you're independent, you're strong, and or mysterious. There also could be an Aquarius around. And so somebody's going through a change and they're trying to adapt to other people and or a new environment. Okay, what else is going on? Something about an Aquarius could truly be important for you. Some type of good wine could be important, or you just kind of relax. You do need to go get your hair done, go get your hair cut, or do something that makes you feel good. Somebody's intentionally trying to make you happy. They're wanting to know about your current feelings. The initial F could be important, first, middle, or last, or somebody could have failed an assignment. They didn't pass your test, okay? You don't want them. You were just being nice to someone. You also could be hurt by someone that knew and or that know a situation, or it's like you were hurt physically by someone that you knew, okay? And maybe you don't want to explain what happened. You could be a grieving parent, or there's a grieving parent that don't want to explain what's going on with a child. There could be some type of car accident or car repo situation that's going on. You could be talking yourself into something. Someone stops someone from coming at you, whether good or bad. Your marriage is fixable if you're married, okay? Get your mind back on track when it comes to the common goals. But don't feel intimidated by somebody's anger. You could have stepped in water, or maybe there's going to be a lot of rain soon. You may be being invited out this weekend, especially if you're a single dad. You got way too much to lose right now when it comes to someone around you. Go get your vitals checked, and or somebody may not be as healthy as you think that they are. You're about to lose your job. You or them. Sagittarius, something about you hurrying up. I don't know, somebody trying to squeeze you in, or maybe you're sitting somewhere and it's crowded. It's like, oh, it's a lot of people around here. This restaurant is kind of small, or this airplane is tight, or something like that could be important. Somebody could be trying to squeeze you in when it comes to an appointment, or maybe you need to squeeze an appointment, an emergency appointment for something. I'm like, okay, I got to make this quick. Something about a Gemini could be important and or around. There also could be a karmic Leo that's around. Somebody could be telling you that they're coming into town and or that they want to see you. You also could be going out of town or coming back into town, okay? Behind the scenes, somebody's crashing out, whether you or somebody that's close to you. You're not going to force, beg, or explain why you need some type of help. There could be a subliminal post either to you or by you. There's a woman that hits on men, Okay, there's also a karmic Taurus that's around. You know that you can unfuck yourself when it comes to getting out of a situation. Maybe you feel like you were eating too much recently. Somebody's excited or was excited to take your ex, your baby mom, or your baby dad, and or you were. If you were, you need to unfuck yourself when it comes to this karma. Something about swimming, baseball, skating, t-ball, or running. Again, going to the gym could be important. Somebody make sure that you won't need them and or interrupt them when they're with somebody else. Even though that they're telling you that they only want you. Okay, they're lying. They only want you for now. Okay, back then somebody didn't want you. Now that you hot, they're all on you, or you are on somebody else, even if you haven't spoke up to them. Someone in a relationship wants you and or your attention, okay? There's a genuine fire sign that's around and or you're the genuine fire sign. Continue to remain positive if so. Somebody's mad at something that you did and or said earlier, and or if you left them. They feel like you're able to tighten up and or maybe you are tightened up when it comes to your body because they feel like you're very attractive. Something about a warehouse and or a vendor could be important. Maybe somebody went quiet when it comes to some situation. You also could have had some type of mutual split, whether this is a job, an apartment, something like, oh, I'm just going to take my car back, or whatever the case may be. It's just some type of mutual split. You may be hosting a party and or going to one. There's something that you need to do now, for real, even if you feel like there's some type of unclear thinking when it comes to it. Telling yourself not to mess up anymore. Get out of all this pressure, okay? It seems like you're better off when it comes to leaving somebody behind, and maybe you'll do so in Gemini season. All right. It ain't got to be like everybody else. It's fine. All right, something about bad sex could be important. Give them the option to move along, and you do so accordingly, whatever they decide. You will have some type of success in your outcome. So a successful outcome to your problems. But you could be procrastinating right now. Okay, you also could be noticing that your face is clearing up. But somebody around you is trying to stop your growth. Even if they're a friend or the same sex. Somebody wants you to leave something that you're doing. It's like, okay, well, you're not even hosting some type of drama, or you're not doing something that's going to lead to drama. But somehow they want you to walk away from it. Something about a date night could be important. Check the details when it comes to it. Somebody could be getting proposed to soon. This could be a Capricorn, and or maybe it's like, okay, well, I just want to make sure things are practical when it comes to work first. You could be intentionally eating without somebody, and or they're doing so without you. There could be some type of unexpected money coming towards you, so save half of it. But there's also someone that's bogus. Watch your surroundings and your people. Capricorn is giving, I don't really want to talk to you though. Something could be doubled, or it's like double and pass it to the next person. What's going on for Capricorn? Okay, so you could be trying to figure something out when it comes to a person, and or who's the next person you're going to date, who you're going to open yourself up to sexually. You could be intertwined with the fire sign, and or there's somebody that's coming towards you. They're trying to figure out a situation, and they feel like, okay, well, if you've been dating this person, or if you guys have been fixing a situation, I need to figure out what's going on here. And you're like, no, that this is somebody else. They're dating somebody else, or they're sleeping with somebody else. You're telling them that you're just somebody that's loyal to them. You're just a friend, or you're just someone that that can help them through a murky situation at this point in time. Yeah, you're telling someone like, no, I'm not interested, and or it's like, no, I'm not pregnant, or no, I'm not trying to get pregnant. I'm not trying to create a situation at all. Somebody can maybe try to create some type of loyalty with you. It's like, okay, well, I understand that you trust yourself, so let me see if I can wine and dine you before you let me go. They could have even involved themselves with someone else. There could have been a fire sign that's either the person that they bounced over to, who was like the bounce back, the reject, the next person, whatever you want to call them. And then they got confused when it comes to the sex in the meantime. It's like, damn, now I want to work this out and forgive myself, or act like it didn't happen. Or this is a water sign. It's not a fire sign they went to. It's a water sign. And or they both knew about it. Now, if you're confused on who you can sleep with, you need to walk away from this water sign. They could have been spying on you, and or they have some type of idea that they can keep you down. There's also a fire sign around that wants to sleep with you. But this person's going to be a little too full of themselves. They're going to dress themselves up to be what they're not. And or they're just trying to play a game or play some type of ball. Allow them to go to someone else. Even if they are single, go ahead and let this go, because they're trying to create a pregnancy and or a situation that's a no. You don't need to be involved at all. Okay? You need to date anybody that's a dog, anybody that's a hoe. You need to let it go. If at some point in time you let go of a pregnancy, whether this was by choice, not by choice, whatever the case may be, and you feel like you never really had a conversation about it to someone particular, whether this is family, the person, yes, you made a healthy choice. Okay, you had to moderate yourself at that point in time. There was something that was going to cause you to realize that, okay, well, maybe something would be harmless, but then you would end up in a situation that was very fragile, a very sticky situation. So yes, you did make the right choice. And maybe somebody's like, okay, well, now they want to talk about a situation because they feel like you dropped the ball. You could have conserved yourself, or y'all could have fixed the situation. Something would have been harmless. They just want a situation with you because they feel like now y'all are not communicating. They go through some type of short-lived depression, so they pop up from time to time. But no, it's not time to go back. This is going to be a risk when it comes to a situation. They could be trying to be patient with you through Aries season, but then it seems like maybe by Leo season, it's like, okay, well, let me see if I can practically say something about a conversation or something that we can do together. Absolutely not. All right, what else is going on for Capricorn? Okay, so there's somebody that's not really wanting to surrender at this point in time because they feel like this is going to increase your strength, your push forward, your discipline. But at the same time, they're not going to have a choice but to give in. Because you're so determined to see things clearly and or to do things that you trust, you are so determined to have some type of focus. They have no choice but to get with the program and or walk away from a situation that they created. Maybe you feel like from time to time you surrendered your force, you surrendered yourself in order to get something to go to someone else's favor, but now you have some type of focus and or discipline, to get through some type of complex situation. But maybe through Aquarius season up until now you were confused. Now there's going to be a wish granted in Aries season, which leads into Cancer season of you opening your emotions. So even if you feel like, okay, well, there's an end to a relationship or there's an end to a challenge, you still going to have the stamina and stay on your toes. But then you're going to end up running into your soulmate or just somebody that wants to show you some type of love. And this could heal you long term or heal the way that you see things long term. All right, so it's coming. All right, confirmations for Capricorn. Oh. So you could be separating yourself and or you need to. If you're not first, you're last. So somebody could be in competition with you, or maybe you're hearing that quote somehow, some way. Someone has a point to prove, and this is why they're in competition with you, but change will come. Something about the last 48 to 72 hours could be important. Somebody could have a rash or something that's bothering them, whether it's you or somebody around you. Don't call or text that person. The initial C could be important, first one or last. You could have some type of spiritual work and or be doing some, okay? Somebody don't want them around, but they need help, so it's like, okay, well, let me just see if I can help the both of y'all somehow, some way. Time is just a suggestion. Something about Libra could be important. A kid could be flushing things down the toilet, and it seems like you're having to start completely over. You could feel like your hair or your nails look crazy. Maybe you feel like something that's dry. Maybe you're going to create a template. Somebody could be calling you. It's like, I may ignore that. There is a relationship on this last leg. I need to get up out of this because this is going to go way too far. Aquarius, I'm hearing, well, supposedly somebody could be telling you a story soon, and whether this is a lie, somebody's giving you a story time, and or somebody's giving you details about a situation. Okay, so it seems like you're making room for something new to come towards you. Yeah, it seems like something that you're exactly wanting, or you're being very specific about it. So that way you know that you're able to build and or something that's going to be solidified for you. You just need some type of time. Okay, so give it at least a few more months. You may be sitting back and waiting and maybe like sad about this, or you're maybe reminiscing because you feel stuck, but you're not. Okay, you're actually able to move forward. Also, don't be looking back on the situations like, okay, well, I'm not sure how to get out of it. Maybe it's getting warmer, but from time to time, you still need your jacket. It's like you feel like somebody can see something clearly, and it's like, okay, well, you're not sure if you want to go outside or do something for yourself. Make sure you go ahead and commit to yourself. There's somebody that don't really want to let go of a situation, but they feel like they have to. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure if I can move on, but I'm committing to doing everything that I see or doing things by the way that I need to for myself. They don't want to risk some type of manifestation. They don't want to risk something that they're in the process of getting. So this person may give some type of assistance and or may go back into hiding somehow. It's like, yeah, I'll help you, or yeah, I'll talk to you, or yeah, we'll talk about a situation or a structure. And at the same time, you can still have some type of clarity, but I'm not necessarily hiding, but I also don't want to be truly involved either. Be careful if it comes to a police around you, because somebody could be a liar. They could be going through some type of depression, and or there could be somebody around them that they feel like it's sad that they're trying to inspire. So it's like, okay, well, let me see if I can push a challenge in or create a challenge for whatever reason. So be careful if you run into the police sometime soon. Okay, so you could be thinking like, okay, well, I could be patient when it comes to building some type of relationship and or being around someone that you feel like is open to communicating with you. This could be a family member, a friend, or just someone on social media, or some type of text message. It's like, okay, well, I'm just going to say exactly what I want to say, or I'm just going to, you know, think about positive things so that way I can be cautious about what I want to talk about. But maybe there's something that still kind of overworks you from time to time regarding a pregnancy, about some type of confession, about how someone's health is somehow, some way. You also may feel like you created a situation and you were doing so out of love. You wanted to grow something, but you want to confess about what you were doing and or what you were paying attention to. You could have been spoon feeding somebody some type of information, and or it's like, okay, well, let me just see how they're going to respond to some type of power. Somebody's power could be getting cut off, and or it's like a power outage. All right, what else is going on for Aquarius? Get up and go outside. Go do something practical. Go fix something. Go to the gym. Go work out. Go paint. Go do something creative, or do something that's going to make you feel organized. This is going to allow you to get shit done. There also could be somebody around you that's practical. And in the end, maybe in 1 to 3 months, you'll start to see that this person is nurturing and or grounded. You're going to realize that this person is dependable. This could be an Aries, a Taurus, an Aquarius. Or it could be you. A lemon drop, a Gemini, an Aries, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Leo, a Cancer. Yeah, you're going to feel like somebody has some type of discipline. Somebody is very smart. They're able to see something clear, and it seems like they're able to teach and or conquer some type of situation. You may be focused on someone at this point in time. If this has not happened yet, it may be happening in the next 1 to 3 months. And this is going to make you want to be a little bit more energetic, a little bit more courageous. Because maybe right now there's some type of anxiety, something that's just keeping you irritated. Or it's like you're just doing things to pass time at this point in time. Okay, so just know that something's going to clear up. And you are going to be able to have some type of structure. Or you are going to be able to work in sync. As long as there's some type of balance that's around. Somebody also could be a balance. I'm thinking about like a balance board or a bike. Somebody be like, okay, well, I'm trying to teach my kid how to ride a bike. I'm trying to teach. Somebody could be asking your help when it comes to that. I almost picked this up, so why not? Let's go for it. What's going on for Aquarius? I almost picked it up. I did. So you can be picking something up off the ground, or somebody's picking, like somebody's stealing your food, or somebody picking to say, did you not take that? Okay, so somebody could be acting like they're going to give you a gift, or they have something for you. It's like, oh, I was going to buy this for you. Oh, I do have something for you. It's just the right time, or I'll run into you and I just want to see you. I just want to make sure you can open it. They're lying. They got some type of blocked finances. The answer is no. It's like, okay, well, also there's somebody else around me and they were supposed to get something from me, and they were supposed to do something to me, and I'm just the angel. They're lying. Somebody's going to try to take the victim route when it comes to a situation. Okay, maybe they got caught in public and they want you to separate yourself from somebody that they feel like you're interested in. All right, the initial M or W could be important, first, middle, or last. Something about default could be important. But this is like your default browser or your default on a payment or something like that could be important. Make sure you're not focusing on other people's issues as a distraction to yours. Let somebody do what they want to and move on accordingly. This is completely blank. So you have some type of blank space. Use that. There could be an earth sign family member that's around. Maybe somebody's going to start training, or you're going to see somebody running. There could be some type of shutdown, whether this, again, is of your power, your internet, your work, your job, or something like that. Hopefully nobody's getting kidnapped. Hold on. I don't like that, but let's just be honest about it. Who's a child? This could be a Gemini child. A Virgo, the sign of the child is a Gemini, heavy on the Gemini. A Pisces, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, initial E. Someone who wants attention versus a real connection, the initial J. Someone who's handy or DIYs a lot. Somebody could have a long hair. An air sign for sure. So heavy on the Gemini or an older Aquarius that you know. A Virgo, again, a Gemini is out here, or a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And there may be some type of shutdown when it comes to looking for a child. Maybe you're at the mall or something. Pay attention. Did you feel like something is taking longer than what you thought? You may end up checking the details when it comes to a person. It's like, oh, once you check the details or once something happened, it's like, oh, damn, somebody actually was right, or somebody actually was spot on when it comes to it. or this is what they're saying about you. My condolences if you lose someone or you're giving your condolences to someone. You could be annoyed that there hasn't been an update yet, or you're realizing that something takes more time, energy, and or patience. A vacation is needed, or you just came back from one. Maybe it's like, okay, well, yeah, I had a good time for my birthday or doing something small, but now you feel like you need something that's a little bit, a couple of days longer or something like that. It seems like you're not beefing over anyone. You're not triggered by anyone. You're trying to focus on your money and see how you can make things a little bit more intense for yourself. Something around you is going to feel like it's crumbling, but this is going to actually make you comfortable. Somebody could be speaking up. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I did lie, or I did say something, or I did put some type of narrative out there, and this is going to lead to some type of karmic lesson, okay? You need to get your child a mentor and or maybe you're getting a dog. I don't know. That's kind of random. Stop convincing somebody. But yes, there was more than one person that needs to confess and or that's going to speak up about how a situation was moving forward or what they were doing. And things are going to get intense because it's like, okay, well, what does this mean? Why hasn't there truly been an update since then? No, you don't need to help somebody. There is a poly relationship somebody wants you to be attached to and or that you're in. You need to speak up before somebody else does. Something about barbecue and or mildew could be important, so you need to choose. This could be happening in Aries season, or Aries could be involved. Don't take something personal. Just let it fly. It seems like you are ready to party and or you're getting short with someone that you used to celebrate with. The truth is out and or is coming out next season. There also could be a show that you're watching. It's like, okay, well, I can't wait till something comes out and or the development of it. Maybe the development of somebody is going to happen in Aries season. Somebody could be pulling up their weight or talking about their weight. It's like, okay, well, let me just make sure that I can get a head start on losing some type of weight. Something about a cat could be important. You do have some type of fortune, some type of protection, and or a spiritual energy. You just need to be more specific. No, do not go back. This is your sign. But you just need to wait and see how something's going to happen or how somebody was trying to distract you. The Aquarius or an Aquarius could be important, or they're getting short with you. They could be talking to somebody. Something about KK could be important. Someone's mom. That's also given. What show was that? Like Love and Basketball? You could be watching one of those reality shows or something like that. I don't know. You could be feeling other people's energies at your own, so make sure you get that off of you and or cleanse. You also could be asking a service provider to start over or take something off and or change something a little bit. Or they're asking you. You may feel like somebody is trying to tweak and or pinpoint everything that you're saying. So think this through when it comes to it, okay? There will be a quick and easy solution, but somebody didn't really like the results and or you may not like the full process of the results. You need to go cross-watch an earth sign reading. You could be seeing 1234 or something about something added up could be important, okay? You could be trying to add up some type of finances to get something paid. Somebody around you is on an emotional roller coaster. Make sure you get off when it comes to it. Now that you're excited about a situation, continue to put yourself on, continue to learn something and move forward. There is a safe one-night stand that's around you. And this could be somebody that's helping you out when it comes to something that you need immediately, okay? You're not excited now that you got what you wanted. So it's like, okay, well, what is it that you really want or what do you need to learn from this? Somebody could be asking you for your social media and or watching your social media all the time. It's like, okay, well, what is it that they're trying to figure out? And or it's like they don't really have an effect on you, so it doesn't really matter. But confirmation, you found your path. Enjoy it. Somebody want to try it again, but you're not surprised by it. You may not want it.